The Buffalo Bills just get by the Cleveland Browns 23-20. Welcome to Buffalo against the World.
This is Buffalo against the World Sports Talk with Kulu
Cuzin Brad.
Bills Mafia. It's our time.
Act like you know, baby.
Act like you know.
Welcome in, everyone. It's a big dub Monday. The Buffalo Bills edge, but they take care of business. A win is a win. 23-20. The Buffalo Bills move on to 11-4 in the sixth place in the wild card right now. I'm your host, Kulu, and here with my cousin, as always, Cousin Brad, who is going to get ready and take us in his ritual around the NFL. Go ahead, Cousin. Take us around the league.
Let's go around the league. Let's talk about things because a lot of stuff happened yesterday. Usually we start things off with the scores of the NFL. Well, we can start off with the scores because, scores happen. All right, let's going to start off with the Thursday night game that we had. It was probably one of the greatest Thursday night football games that they've played in a long time. It was between the LA Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks won 38-37. Probably one of the best Thursday night games I've ever seen. Seahawks had really cool jerseys on, and they pulled off the victory. Saturday night's game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders ended with the Eagles winning 29-18. Also Saturday's game, the Chicago Bears. You talk about a team on a turnaround. Caleb Williams is playing like a man possessed, and he called game, throwing a touchdown pass to DJ Moore, beating the Green Bay Packers 22-16 in overtime. Got to give Caleb Williams a shout out. That was awesome.
What a throw.
Yeah.
What a throw. And what a catch. What a throw and what a catch. Go ahead, man. The Bears really got me right now, man. I'm a little jealous. But go ahead. Proceed.
Or not. But anyway, start off with the Chargers and Cowboys. Chargers won against the Cowboys 34-17. The Cowboys have not eliminated from playoff contention for the first time in a long time. Cowboys just can't get over it. They don't know what they're doing down there in Dallas. I have no idea either. The Vikings beat the Giants 16-13. The Bengals beat the Dolphins 45-21. The Panthers beat the Buccaneers 23-20. The Saints beat the crap out of the Jets 29-6. The Chiefs lost to the Titans 26-9. The Jaguars beat the Broncos 34-20. The Falcons beat the Cardinals 26-19. The Texans beat the Raiders 23-21. The Lions lost to the Steelers 29-24. Oh, don't worry. We'll get to that. And the Baltimore Ravens. Okay. You have Derrick Henry, right? You have, it's time to go. All you got to do is run out the clock. You give Derrick Henry the ball to win, right?
Right.
No. Apparently they did not do that. They just said, no, we'll just let our backup quarterback throw. And they lost to the Patriots 28-24. Why did you even sign him? Why did you sign Derrick Henry? Why'd you do that? What's the point? You're not going to give him the ball when the game's on the line. Don't get it. Anyway.
I think Harbaugh benched him in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was due to the fumble earlier. You can't do that. That was a bad decision. Obviously, they didn't do us a solid yesterday. We needed them to win.
They still salty from week one, ain't they? They still salty.
I don't know.
Anyway. 49ers play the Colts tonight. You don't have to watch that. No one cares. And as like we said, the Battle of Lake Erie, the frozen tundra Lake Erie showdown between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. The Browns had the recipe. They had the recipe to beat the Buffalo Bills. They had the recipe. Kevin Stefanski probably called the best game of his coaching career. Just couldn't get it done because of the Browns. They fell to the Buffalo Bills 20-23. Man, they had the recipe. It was a tough-fought game. At the end of the day, Bills pulled it off. A lot going on, a lot to get into. Josh Allen, he played. he played, but I mean, the real story was Mr. James Cook, Mr. Jimmy Three-Piece himself, the rushing champ. I'm calling it out right now. The rushing champ, Jimmy Three-Piece, no biscuit. I mean, dude was just a man possessed yesterday. They just couldn't. They had no answer for Jimmy Three-Piece. He was just all over the field, making all kind of plays. Josh Allen just kind of played, just kind of did his thing. Browns. We pulled off the dub. They had the recipe. They had the recipe to beat the Bills. There's a certain recipe to beat the Buffalo Bills. They had it. They just couldn't execute. They just could not execute yesterday.
Yeah, Josh Allen needed just one more touchdown to make 300 career touchdowns yesterday, and he didn't get a touchdown at all.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we haven't seen Josh Allen at least get one touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
But he, looking at the stat sheet here, 12 for 19, 130 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked twice. He had 83 QBR. James Cook, as you mentioned, was the man of the game, 16 for 117, 7.3 a carry, 2 touchdowns, 44. That great 44-yarder long run. Josh Allen right behind him with 7 for 17. Ty Johnson 3 for 16. And Ray Davis, good to see Ray Davis get a few carries himself. He had 3 for 14. Khalil Shakir continues to lead the way, 4 for 34. Jackson Hawes behind him, 2 for 26. Russo had a day for himself. Russo, his best career day.
Yeah.
He had a career day. He had 2.5 sacks. I mean,
he watched the show. He watched the show.
He watched the show. But we're going to get to Shador and how Shador definitely helped them out. But we also got to talk about Jordan Poyer's interception, Daquan Jones' interception, were the 2 turnovers of the game. Ray Davis continues to be a great kick returner for the Buffalo Bills with 4 for 92 and 23 yards per average yesterday. So not a lot there. Not a lot to be impressed with, Cuzzo. This was one of those, December games that they talk about. Gritty games where you just got to grind it out. Myles Garrett, the best defensive end in the NFL right now, a guy that I was willing to give up half of this defense for this guy and we saw it yesterday. If Myles Garrett doesn't sack you, someone else will.
Yeah.
That's how dominant of a defensive lineman this guy is. He is strong as an ox. And I know that because just looking at how Deion Dawkins was struggling with him.
That's a tall order, dude. This is a Hall of Famer. This is a Hall of Famer, man.
Oh my!
That's not an easy dub for the Snowman. That's not an easy dub.
Yeah, but he only had a half a sack.
Technically, yeah. Technically, it's a half a sack. Yeah.
Here's why I'm going to say why I wasn't so impressed with Russo's day, even though he had the 2.5 sacks. Shador Sanders held the ball 3.8 seconds on average.
He a rookie.
3.8. Well.
He a rookie.
So if you hold the ball for 3.8 seconds, obviously Russo's only move is that bull rush. He's going to eventually get to you.
Yeah.
And they're also down like 3 linemen as well. So, again, I'm happy with the win. It isn't the way I wanted to win. Obviously, we was talking blowout last week. Mm-hmm. And I think we need to stop that. At this point.
I don't.
At this point, we need to stop saying the Bills are going to blow teams out because that just doesn't seem to be who we are. Sometimes we just play down to the competition. There were opportunities there. There were 2 wide open opportunities for Khalil Shakir and another one for Joshua Palmer and another one he had in the seams. He had
Dawson Knox, yeah.
Dawson Knox, who dropped one. You had a couple drop passes. And there was my man, 14. Shavers was wide open between the seams. It could have been a touchdown. And Josh Allen missed him again. So, and I think that was after the injury. Mm-hmm. And I just think he couldn't kick off that, push off that foot like he really wanted to get those throws how he wanted them.
What did I say?
Yeah. And it was Myles, and it was Myles Garrett who participated in that too.
What did I say on this show last week? I said it.
Yeah.
You was there. You heard, the rest of the world heard me say it. Could have just let Mitch take this one. Could have just let him do it.
I
Could
can't.
have let Josh rest. Go in his little Superman cryo chamber and just let him rest. He'd be fine. We're good. Going into Philly coming here next week. But no, I wanted to let Josh out there, and he almost got hurt.
Yeah, that was scary.
It was very. He didn't throw up either.
Yeah, he didn't throw up either. So it's funny. Him and Jim Kelly have that connection. Jim Kelly, Heathcliff. Remember that story that Jim Kelly had to throw up every time the Bills were losing and they come back.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like Josh Allen has that same issue going on, or maybe he borrowed it from Jim Kelly. I don't know. But very, very mild game.
Yeah, game going. Oh, okay, you're back. I don't know. Is there a connection thing going on?
For me, am I tweaking?
Seemed like we were going out, but it's cool.
Am I back? Am I back?
You're back.
Okay,
You're back.
Sorry about that.
No, it's good. My question was, an unsung hero in yesterday's game was Nick Bosa. I mean, he doesn't make all the plays, but when he makes a play, it's an impact play. Dude had the tip to get the big guy interception, and he was in Shador's left pocket all day yesterday. All day he was there yesterday. So I gotta give a shout out to Nick Bosa. Did his thing. Shador.
Yeah. Shador's not a good. He's not a good quarterback.
I think he is.
He's not like I'm tired of the Shador hype. He's not a good quarterback. He's not. He's not a good quarterback, bro.
I think he is.
There's nothing elite that I saw in that game, and I think overall the Bills should have dominated this game. Nothing about him blows me out of the water. I see maybe a baby Kyler Murray, maybe.
Oh no!
I don't see what you see. Maybe you can tell me.
All right, so I saw this kid literally stick to the game plan and stick to what was working. The game plan to beat the Buffalo Bills, you have to keep 17 off the field and keep the clock rolling. That's exactly what he did out there yesterday. He was the man in command yesterday. He was out there. He ran a little bit. He kept drives alive. The throws were not there on his first read. He was doing the check downs, and he was keeping the sticks moving. He did everything he was supposed to do. They just couldn't execute when it was time to execute. They could have beat us yesterday. They were perfectly in a position to beat us yesterday. And it would have been justified. Shador did exactly what the game plan was. Keep Josh Allen off the field and hand the ball off to your running backs. And if your first read is not there, throw to your check down, which he did. Some passes got tipped and intercepted. Another interception you shouldn't have thrown. And he took a couple sacks. And then for some reason, I don't know if he got stepped on. Did his finger get stepped on by something?
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then you put Dylan Gabriel out there, which, I mean, you should have just put Deshaun Watson out there at that point. But whatever, you put Dylan Gabriel out there for some reason, he gets annihilated, and you just couldn't execute on a fourth down. So, again, Shador kept drives alive. He was scrambling for his life. He stuck to the game plan. That was probably one of his best games I see him as a pro. He just couldn't get the victory. But I see a lot of potential with this dude. With the right coaching, the right team, the right tools around him, he could turn a lot of heads. I was very impressed with Shador yesterday.
I don't know. Not for me. But early in the game, their rushing game, Shador was part of that. And Raheem Sanders also was running all over the Buffalo Bills. Mm-hmm. And then we lost Shaq Thompson. He's got a neck injury. So we'll keep close eyes on that. We haven't heard anything serious right now. But I believe that was the key to the problems we had in stopping the run early on. I think Buffalo got off to a fast start. The second half, they just didn't have it. They weren't with it. I don't know if they got ahead and just let this team come back.
Coasted.
Yeah, we can't do that. We have to have this same mentality. Put you away. There's a lot of lessons to learn from this game, Cuzzo.
Absolutely.
And we're going to get to some things that I think, especially when we get to our win and sin segment, because it's interesting about guys who were active, guys who weren't active, about the approach that this roster went, and kind of tells what we've been saying kind of all season long. So while we do that, I think we can put this one in the books. And
right.
it wasn't a fun watch. Was not a fun watch for Bills fans, I'm sure,
No,
but a win
blood
is a
pressure.
win.
Yeah, blood
Yeah,
pressure.
win is a win. We're usually a second half team, as Sandra says here, but we switched it this week. We switched it. We was a first half team and not a second half team this week. Let's go over to our winner sin segment because I really want to talk about this particular thing, Cousin.
All right.
It's us against the world. It's us against us. Buffalo against the world. It's us against.
All right, this is this week's winner sin segment. So, Cousin Brad, I just really want to hear your thoughts. Winner sin, Keon Coleman and Gabe Davis both inactive. Now, we've been talking a lot about one or both of these guys, and both of them were inactive. Now, we've been saying all season long, you got 3 tight ends, you got 3 running backs. And we saw them all in action yesterday, and we didn't see Coleman and we didn't see Gabe Davis. They decided to go with, obviously just Coleman, Brandon Cooks, who also had a bad drop in this game, and Tyrell Shavers, and of course Khalil Shakir. So they really went shorthanded on the receivers this particular week.
Yeah.
Like, that is unusual. So would you say, obviously we got the win, but just looking at it from a personnel perspective, would you say that's a win or sin for this roster?
It's a sin. You didn't score 30 points. You relied on your ground game. Before we go into that, though, I want to give a shout out to Jackson Hoss. He was an animal yesterday. I got to give him a shout out. Sorry, I got to give Jackson Hoss a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Dude was playing lights out yesterday. So I got to give Jackson Hoss a shout out. But yeah, Keon Coleman, I don't know the game plan to keep him off the field and keep him inactive. I don't know if you were trying to get guys on the roster that weren't on the roster. I really don't understand or what's going on with the personnel or, the behind the scenes things that we don't see. Gabe Davis, I get it. He's not really all the way back there yet. He's not really all the way healthy. I get him, kind of not being inactive, but it's a sin, bro. Keon Coleman is supposed to be our number one. That's what we got you for. We got you for. You started the season out white hot, and then it just kind of dipped off. I don't know what's going on that we don't see. Some people say it's a disciplinary action. Some people say he's unprofessional. I don't know this kid. I don't see what's happening. But, I mean, whatever it is, you ain't on the field, and the production is just not there. So it's definitely a sin.
Yeah, I agree. It's a sin. But I actually think it's, I'm gonna disagree. I think it's a win for Buffalo. I think finally the higher ups are recognizing who they can get something from. They had Mikael Hardman out there. He didn't make one catch at all, but they recognize that speed is an important factor. Joshua Palmer, he had 1 catch for 2 yards. He did absolutely nothing. Brandon Cooks had no catches. I mean, I don't know what to do with this receiving core. Tyrell Shavers had 1 for 21. I don't know. Sometimes I really just wonder. I'm watching NFL football, and I'm seeing the Packers guys. None of these guys I know. These guys are running wide open. I just don't know if it's scheme. I don't know, Cuzzo. It's just something about, or maybe Joe Brady's holding back. I just don't see these guys getting open. I don't understand it.
So how is it a win? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean. It's a win. How is it a win?
I think it's a win off the strength that they are recognizing their talent. We've been saying the 3 tight ends, the 3 running backs need to get more burn. Okay. I would like to see the running backs more in the passing game, but at least they were out there. So why I say it's a win, because finally the coaching staff recognized their players, recognizes their personnel and who performs and who doesn't. That's why I believe it's a win.
But don't you think it's a little late for that? Like I get it if you're doing this maybe in September or October. This is December. This is playoff time. You can't wait to the end of the year and be like, okay, this is what we got. This is what works. Like, no, We're supposed to know who we got. We're supposed to say, all right, these are our guys. This is the system. This is the recipe. This is what we're going with. We're going to take this into Cleveland. See, we're going to do this. Then we got Philly. Then we got the Jets. Then it's playoff time. It is way too late to be experimenting in the wide receiver room. You got to figure out what guys you got, what guys are going to work, what guys are we going to go with in January, because we trying to go make a Super Bowl. We don't have time to sit there and play and figure out what's going to happen. It's way too late for that.
And this is what the points that Scott's making at this point. Is it Coleman? Is it Brady? Is it Gabe Davis? Is it Brandon Cooks? Is it Khalil Shakir? Is it Tyrell Shavers? Or once again, is it coaching? We've talked about coaching for a very, very long time. I don't know. All I know is when I watch the All 22, when I see the instant replays during the game, I'm seeing guys running deep patterns too often. No exotic slots, no one guy going right, one guy going left, none of that. It's just like, what is going on out there? No running backs really running routes out of the backfield. They're headed to the flats. That's just about it. Like, why so vanilla? Is your playbook that condensed that you only have exotic plays for the playoffs? Is that what it is? Is there something that's being held back? I just don't see. I don't care if you put Terrell Owens in this offense right now. At this point, something is wrong with the scheme. Something is wrong. So you don't have the best quarterback in the NFL, the best player in the NFL. And you don't find ways to get his premier players the ball. I don't understand.
I mean, Joe Brady, man, you got to do something fast. I get it. Last week, big win in New England, in Foxborough, comeback win. I get it. But, bro, this team that we about to play this week, it ain't going to be easy, bro. This is a scary defense that we're about to go up against this Sunday. And if you ain't got the recipe down, they are not going to take it lightly, bro. Like, I get it. You got probably one of the best running backs in football, one of top 5 running backs in football right now. You got the best quarterback in the game right now. You got a good offensive line, not great offensive line. You got to figure out and get these guys some help, because you are going to get exposed this week if you don't have it. Philly is not playing. They are not playing. And they are coming to Buffalo to make a statement. They feel like they lost some of their luster. They are coming into Buffalo to make a statement Sunday.
Yeah, and they're Super Bowl champions. You like, despite their roller coaster season this year, you have to respect them as Super Bowl champions. They've been somewhere you want to be, and they've won. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is your opportunity to go crush a champion, to go beat a champion. And it's a big confidence booster for this team. We need to win out anyway. We need to find what works. And that's what's bothering me, Cuzzo, because Philly knows what works for them. Even Kansas City, who's out of the playoffs right now, they know what worked for them. There's teams that just know offensively what works.
I watched Philly game on Saturday. They were getting bailed out. Their offense was getting bailed out. A lot of penalties, a lot of, fortunate happenings. I don't know. I don't know if Philly's offense gets it either. Their defense is great. Defense, they don't miss a step. They put guys in. Mind you, these guys are all under 25 years old. A lot of them on that defense are under 25. They're all young and hungry. So their offense is not getting it right either. They were getting bailed out by a lot of calls. But Joe Brady, man, you got to do something, because this is way too late in the season to be experimenting and having guys that's supposed to be your number ones inactive, like not in uniform. We need these guys. Like, now's the time.
What were you guys doing this offseason? Okay, Hard Knocks came in town. Like I don't understand, because of how serious people are taking their jobs. You got the best quarterback in the NFL, and you can get away with a lot. Now you get the best running back in the NFL, most consistent running back in the NFL, all around back. You got the best. Your defense has been your defense. We know it's there. All right. It's on some days, off some other
But
days.
what's not there?
Yeah. But for the most part, this defense doesn't usually allow us to get outscored for the most part. So
Yeah.
we gotta give them that. But we've talked about these receivers way too much, and this is why I'm saying the power game, going with the 3 tight ends and the 3 running backs. We saw 2 tight end sets a lot yesterday. We saw James Cook do what he does, break one loose. But as Scott just said here, Scott just mentioned exactly what I was thinking. Teams like Houston, they're going to stack the line, and they're going to go after your quarterback. And they're going to tell your receivers, we dare you to beat us. Someone, a Brandon Cook, has to find himself, or again, I think it's scheme. At this point, I don't think it's the players anymore. I don't believe it's the players anymore, cuz.
The best thing I can say is, at least we're not Baltimore. That's the best thing I can say right now. At least we're not Baltimore.
Yeah. But that's what happens when you have a great player, though. But you don't want to run them dry. And it was actually good to see. This was a positive from the game. We won a game without Josh Allen.
Yeah.
We won a game without Josh Allen.
He was definitely Clark Kent yesterday.
Yeah. He was definitely Clark Kent. Yeah. We won a game without him being him. And that's something that's good. The defense did enough. James Cook did enough. Pretty much first half.
Nothing. The defense did nothing yesterday.
They did enough. They did enough. That's all we can say.
We won.
They did enough.
I'll say that. We won.
I mean, they got to stop at the end of the game they got to stop at the end of the game to take us home. So
we won.
Russo came up big at the end of that game, and I hope he can continue that. I really, really wish Bruce Smith, give him a call. Hey, Bruce, I got to run up on you again like I did before. Bruce.
Oh, we'll get to that later. We know about when fans touch players. Hint on the hater of the week.
Bruce, please give this man Russo a call. I know he's a little taller than you. I know he's not your strength, but please show that man how to do a swim move. Please show that man how to spin off a defensive of an offensive lineman. Please show that how to bend a corner. Please show him something other than the bull rush, because this dude only does one move. Yeah. Dude, you're not that strong.
Yeah, I don't get what he's doing either. I mean, the offensive linemen are looking at tape too. The offensive linemen are looking at tape. They see your moves. They study your movements. Like, bro, if your only move is a bull rush, you ain't got much longer in this league, bro. You got to do something. You got to have something in your arsenal. Nick Bosa has multiple moves. He might not make the sacks he used to make, but dude makes plays because he's versatile. He has more than just a bull rush. He can swim. He can spin. He can go do the up and under. He can do the Reggie White throw move. Like, bro, you got to do something else. Like, we going to need you in the playoffs.
Yeah,
but we won.
Shout out to the homie Trey Powell, man. Just got married, man. Congratulations.
Congrats, brother.
My brother. Welcome
Congrats,
to the club.
Brother.
But he's speaking facts right here. Again, Trey, I don't know, bro, if it's the receivers or the scheme. I mean, I'm seeing something, man. Please, if you go watch the All 22, I'm inviting everyone. Please go watch the All 22. There are guys running open. Sometimes Josh doesn't see them. Mm-hmm. That's coaching too.
All right.
But also watch the scheme. Watch the routes these receivers consistently run. And they're so predictable. I mean, so predictable.
Me and my barber Free, and shout out to Free on the Talking Bills Barbershop Talk. Shout out to him in that podcast. They do great over there. We were talking about this before the game, and I honestly think Joe Brady is playing Moneyball. Have you ever seen Moneyball, Cool? You ever seen Moneyball, the movie?
No.
So, obviously, when Stephon Diggs was here, he was getting, maybe 11 touches a game? Maybe 11 at the most, 14 touches sometimes. He was getting a lot of catches when he was here. We were forcing him we were forcing him to get the ball, forcing a lot of catches to him. Correct?
Mhm.
He is gone now. So pretty much what I think is happening, and I may be wrong, it's like Joe Brady took all of the guys and said, okay, Stephon Diggs is not here anymore. How can we recreate him with catches? They said, okay, everybody eats. So we're going to start throwing the ball to everybody. The problem is they do the backwards pass. They try to beat you run after catch. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you can't rely on that. You can't rely on the run after the catch because some teams can sure tackle. They do a lot of backwards stuff, try to beat you run off the catch, try to beat you speed routes and schemes to get guys in open space. That ain't going to work with everybody. That's not going to work with everybody. And if you got a team like Houston who likes to blitz every play and get pressure on the quarterback, them quick passes ain't going to be there. Like, it just is what it is. We've seen it already multiple times.
I think you say it all the time. Know your personnel.
Yeah.
Right. You have to know what you have in the skill set that you're working with. And then you have to, see how you can use them. I think a lot of times the Bills will look at a player, see his skill set, and if he doesn't fit into their scheme that they like, they'll just throw him away instead of putting him in a position where he can succeed. Keon Coleman is not a guy that you want to put on the outside. He is a guy who has to be in the inside. He can be a threat. He can be even looked at as a mini tight end with a little more speed. You line him up against a linebacker, I'm sure he can beat anybody.
He's gonna win. Yeah.
I'm sure he can succeed.
Right.
Okay. May have to get a little bit more stronger, right? Mm-hmm. That's if he can get off the line because those linebackers are a lot stronger. But I think if you work him in there, he would do a lot better than trying to force him on the outside and trying to force jump balls to him. Yeah, again, you have to know your personnel. And if you don't, you're going to have these same issues. And that's the problem. I'm still seeing, Cuzzo, we see how Ty Johnson is a good receiver out of the backfield. We see how Ray Davis is a good receiver out of the backfield. We've been saying it. Please put Cook in the backfield. Let Ty Johnson or Ray Davis go on the slot and help you out. You got to do something to give a defense a different look, and I'm really hoping that, he is holding on to certain things in his playbook that we haven't seen yet, because
I mean, let's not go sky is falling, because technically we did win. We did win.
Yeah. And
Jimmy 3-piece played one of the best games he ever did. So shout out to him.
Yeah,
I feel like we're not giving enough praise to James Cook. We're like,
as Sandra mentioned, he broke Thurman Thomas's single season rushing record.
Yeah,
he's looking like the first running back since O.J. Simpson to go over 1,500 yards rushing. Thurman Thomas did a lot of great things, but he wasn't like a 1,500 plus yard rusher. Thurman was the type of guy to get you 1,400, 1,300, and then another 600 or 700 receiving. Right.
Yeah.
So that's amazing what James Cook is doing this year. And, James, stop stretching that ball, boy. Please stop stretching that ball. You keep fumbling when you do it. So as long as you don't fumble.
You're playing well.
I love what he's doing.
You're playing well, man. You are doing I'm gonna be honest, worth every penny. I apologize for what I said in our preseason shows. You are worth every penny, sir.
Yes.
I take back my comments. You are worth every penny. And I was wrong to say this train will leave without you. You are worth every penny, Mr. Dreadlock. Shout out to you, Cook.
Nutty Dread. Darnell said this is a James Cook Appreciation Day. I mean,
for real.
He carried this team on his back yesterday.
Yeah.
This was all him. This is all Jimmy 3-piece. And again, it's what's impressive to me is we proved that we can win without Josh Allen being Superman.
Yeah.
We can win.
Yeah. He went out there and did his thing. And he makes everybody miss. That's what's good about him. He makes everybody miss.
That 44-yarder was crazy, man.
That was
The
insane.
man was moved. He was galloping like Thurman, cutting back, and I'm like, "Ooh,
Going here and
let's
going here. The
go!"
cameraman was struggling to keep up with him, man. Shout out to you, Jimmy. Shout out to you, man. You're doing your thing out there. One thing I have to say, because it happened. It happened. New kicker.
Oh boy,
Dude. Dude. Like, what? Bro, is it OJ's jersey number? Like, what are you doing? You just got here.
I think he
going
know.
on?
I think he knows he's getting cut like tomorrow. So,
Bruh. Don't, man. Like, dude, you got cut from the Colts for a reason. I don't even know why we brought you in. You could have let Ray Davis do this. Like, bruh. And Iron Eagle called it, too. Like, yeah, he just called in and he just missed him. He was cut by the Colts by missing an extra point. And he doinked it. I was like, thanks. Thank you, Ian. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah, that's what my man Darnell said. That's why he was available.
Yeah, that's why we see why you don't have a job. Well, thank you. Because you did make the, you just, it bothers me. It bothers me. It bothers me, bro. You got one job. And then, bro, you can't get it in the landing zone? What? It's a lot of field out there. It's a lot of green. You know what? Just get him off. Just get him off your team.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I do want to see. As Trey mentioned, I do want to see Shavers get more touches and looks. See what he can do. I mean, he seems to be a very self-sacrificing player. He's a willing blocker. He's earned his spot on the field, even though the stats don't look like it. I want to see what he can do catching the ball a little bit more. I hope he gets some more targets to open up this offense just a little bit more.
Bro, honestly, at this point, we're in December, man. I just want y'all to win. I really don't care how you do it. I don't care if it's a defensive struggle. Just win. Just win. I don't care who touches the ball. I don't care who's inactive. Just at the end of 4 quarters, we have more points than the other team. Like, that's what I want at this point.
Yeah, I feel you. Man. All right, and that will take us to our hater.
If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
Keep the hate coming. Buffalo Against the World show.
Turn me up some more so my haters can hear.
And this week's hater of the week, we wouldn't be Buffalo Against the World if we didn't have haters. But this one is not a Bills hater. Cousin Brad, who's this week's hater of the week?
I mean, if y'all been watching football yesterday, you know exactly who hater of the week is today. This hater of the week is going to go to Mr. DeKalen Zacharias Metcalf, also known as DK Metcalf. First thing I'm going to say, bruh. Bruh. Like, what were you doing? God, DK Metcalf. If y'all wasn't watching football yesterday and y'all didn't watch any of the shows or what's going on, DK Metcalf took it upon himself yesterday during the game in the middle of the second quarter. The score is tied 3-3. He took it upon himself to go attack a Detroit Lions fan. There's some speculation that this fan said something to him or, some things were said and he said something. But DK Metcalf, it's on camera, grabs this dude by his Detroit Lions blue wig, which was weird, and punches him in the face. During the game. Like, this didn't happen like on going in the locker room, or this didn't happen after the game. This was in the middle of the second quarter. We didn't even reach the halftime yet. And this dude goes and punches a fan. Now, I do want to report that there's been an update to Adam Schefter. He did report about an hour ago that the NFL did suspend DK Metcalf 2 games for the swipe that he took at a Detroit Lions fan Sunday. Metcalf, he can still appeal this, but he's now slated to miss the Steelers' upcoming potential game versus the Browns and the Baltimore Ravens, which to me isn't enough. I'm going to be real. Dude needs to be gone. Dude needs to be gone. Like, you need to be suspended for the rest of the year, bro. You wildin'. You wildin'. Now, I already thought DK Metcalf was a Terminator. Like, he already came in the league as a Terminator. But, you know, some people say that this fan, I don't know this fan's name, this fan was saying a racial slur, and he called his mom a terrible word that we can't say on our podcast. But, bro, dude, first of all, number one, it's the second quarter. That's number one. Why are you even over by the fans? What are you doing? Why are you even over there? You're supposed to be locked in. It's the second quarter. It's tied 3-3. Why do you even care what the fans think? Number two, you're not a third string running back. You're not a third string defensive back. You're a starter. You're the number one receiver. They traded the second round pick for you. Bro, you can't do that. You can't. I understand, bro. We're Bills fans. We have been to games. We have heard and even said some terrible things to opposing players. You thought you was going to go to Detroit and not hear stuff that you're not going to like? Bro, you make millions of dollars to play a game. Cool. You work. I work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't like, if I made millions of dollars, there is nothing that somebody could say to me, especially a fan, that will take me outside my element and have them punch him. Not on the field. This didn't happen in a club. This didn't happen in a supermarket. This didn't happen at some, coffee shop. This happened at the stadium on the sideline. There are over 300 cameras. They caught you, bruh. Like, what are we doing? Emotional damage, bro. Emotional damage. DK Metcalf, you got to be locked in. And if it was up to me, you wouldn't play another down for the rest of the year. So this week, you are the hater of the week.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. And I was wanting the Bills to grab DK Metcalf because he's a freak of nature.
Yeah.
He would have been great with Josh Allen. I wanted the Bills to draft him. Brandon Beane. I wanted the Bills to draft him, but they took who did they take? They took the offensive lineman guy who's not even with us anymore. Whatever his name is.
Funny you should say that, because Seattle Seahawks fans were tweeting, this is why we got rid of him. Because if y'all forgot, earlier this year, he was fined $12,172 for putting fingers in a dude's face mask earlier this year. And Bills fans, you remember this. He was also fined $14,491 for doing the little man celebration on Christian Benford. This dude got into a fight on NFL Network with his own team where he hit his teammate with his helmet. Like, this dude is unhinged. And I get it. People say, I love that's what make him him. That's what make him he's aggressive. No, this dude is emotionally unstable, bro. This dude is you got to be better than that. You got to be cool. Mind you, it's not easy. I get it. Fans are going to say crazy things to you. But you gotta have better self-awareness. You cannot sit here and be emotionally damaged because of what a fan said. Bro, you locked in, bro. It's 3-3. We need you aware of the situation. You shouldn't even be over talking to the fans. What are you even doing that right now? He should be gone, man. He should be gone.
Yeah. All right, that'll take us to our top 5 segment.
This is the BA-Dubs top 5 segment. Buffalo, get ready.
Getting hot.
You got him? Well, let's get him.
Whew, this one is going to be a hard one, Cousin Brad. Top 5 players of this game. All right, you're going to have to start us off, man. Go ahead. Who's your top 5? I know who our top 2 are. But let's go ahead and go with the top 5. Who you got?
I will go with, as far as number 5, I will go with I gotta go with Cole Bishop, man. He was out there making plays. I mean, he didn't make the interceptions, but he was making a lot of sure tackles out there yesterday. A lot of tackles that could have been missed. He was out there making plays. So I gotta go Cole Bishop as my number 5. He was out there doing his thing. It's bad when the safeties lead the team in tackles, but he was out there clubbering it yesterday. So I gotta give it to him. Number 5.
I got to go number 4, Josh Allen. I mean, he didn't do anything great. But he managed the game. He didn't turn the ball over. He did take a crazy sack that almost
Yeah.
was the safety situation. But at the end of the day, he didn't blow the game. He managed the game as best as he could with what he had. I'm gonna give him number 4 player of the game.
All right. Number 3, I will go to. I'm gonna go with the offensive line. The offensive line, run blocking. They were doing their thing. They held up. I mean, you got Myles Garrett on the other end, and the offensive line played pretty well. I don't know what Josh was going for in that weird run back safety, not safety touchback thing he did. I don't know what he was going for, but I gotta go with the offensive line. Less penalties, like Sandra said, less penalties. So I gotta go offensive line here as number 3.
Yeah, 100%. And I think Deion Dawkins got to get the majority of that. Deion Dawkins played lights out, against man.
Best top tier.
I just wanted us to get him. I envisioned a world with Josh Allen on one side and Myles Garrett on the other side of this team, and it took me back to Bruce and Kelly and Thurman, and I guess I was dreaming. But man, he had his hands full, but he did a great job. My number 2, I got to go Gregory Rousseau. Gregory Rousseau, best game of his probably young career so far. 2.5 sacks. Again, ended that game for us. Closed that game for us. So big shout out to him. Hate the bull rush, but it was effective yesterday. So got to give him a shout out for. And in the one play, he dived at him. Dived at him and snatched him. Yeah. So you got to give him big credit for that. So shout out to Rousseau, man. Hopefully he gained some confidence in entering into the playoffs. He plays a lot better and earns us back some of that money that we felt we mistakenly gave to him. So he's definitely number 2.
All right, fair enough. I mean, we didn't know who was going to be number 1 today. We're going to find out who's number 1 today. It is most likely, and it's without a doubt, Jimmy 3-piece himself, James Cook, Jimmy 3-piece, no biscuit, 2 pops on the side. Shout out to Mr. Cook. He was all over the field yesterday. He literally shook the entire Browns defense yesterday. They had no answer for Jimmy 3-piece, and he was just killing it yesterday. So James Cook, you are number 1 top 5 player. Dude, Pro Bowl, dude, best back right now. Now, he is beating Jonathan Taylor as far as yards, and he can get the rushing title.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it. Man.
James Cook is not just a good running back. He's a difference maker.
Yeah.
We remember a few years ago where the talk was, is he strong enough? I mean, this season, he has literally been a beast. 1,532 yards. He's had 12 touchdowns this season. 12 touchdowns. He's looking on pace to have 15 or more touchdowns by the end of this season. Averaging 5 yards a carry. He's playing lights out, man. We haven't had a running back like this, like you said, since Thurman Thomas. And we've had some good. We had Shady.
Yeah.
We had Marshawn Lynch. We had Fred Jackson. We had Travis Henry. We had Willis McGahee since Thurman. I mean, we had some running backs since Thurman Thomas, right? And what he's doing this season, the season after he got paid, and you were the one who was saying it, maybe he didn't deserve it. But now you see he earned every single dollar.
I can admit when I'm wrong, and I said at the beginning of the season before we started, I said this train will leave without you, and thank God we waited a couple more minutes because, we had to get that paper signed. Shout out to you, Brandon Bean, last minute because we needed this dude.
Yeah, man, this dude is, man, let him go wild the next few games. Let him go wild the next few games. If we can get that man to 2,000 yards, that'd be crazy. I don't see it happening. Anything's possible.
Hear me out.
Anything's possible.
Hear me out. Okay. Have Ray Davis. Have Ty Johnson. Playing Philly this week. Hear me out. Do we give James Cook a rest day?
I would.
I would too.
Wait, not against Philly. No, not against Philly. No. So
you're gonna
I'm not giving nobody no rest. We absolutely need this game. We absolutely need this game. No.
Can he take a break for the Jets game that no one's gonna care about?
That may be very well possible, depending on if the battle is still on to win the AFC. If not, then we're not going to worry about it.
It's okay, Mitch. Hang in there, bro. We're gonna get you in. Hang in there, dog. We're gonna get you in the game. Hang in there.
Yep. I think that Jet game. Come on, man. We got to see Josh Allen in the red helmet. Come on, dog. We got to see him in the red helmet.
I mean, he could wear the red helmet. I mean, he got to play. You can wear it if you want to. You wore it in the red blue game. Yeah, it looks nice when you come out. You do the team introductions. Then all right, go put a Scully on because you're not touching the field. Like the helmet though.
All right, that'll take us to our Bills Mafia Buffalo against the World Tribune.
The party starts in 3, 2, 1.
Cuzzo, before you announce the trivia, did you see that story by Cam Hayward?
Which one?
Cam Hayward about Eric Moulds?
Yes, I posted it.
That was cool, man. That was cool.
Yeah.
And you always say, Cuzzo Brad always says, drop comments below. Mm-hmm. I always say Andre Reed is the greatest Bills receiver of all time. He's our Hall of Famer. Cuzzo Brad always says Eric Moulds was. Drop comments below. Was Eric Moulds better than Andre Reed?
Yes.
I will say, physically, yes. Talent-wise, yes. But the longevity of what Andre Reed was able to do consistently,
that's not fair.
That matters.
Dude.
That matters.
You watch the highlights. It was quarterbacks in them highlight reels you couldn't even name today. It was like, who threw him the ball? Oh, yeah, he did play for us. Like, come on, man. Give Eric Moulds that Jim Kelly offense, bro. He is lighting the scoreboard up, man. He was doing it with a bunch of dudes we can't name. I said it before.
Dude, he did it with Bledsoe and Flutie, bro.
And who else? Van Pelt, great. Todd Collins, he had a good year. I mean, who was the Trent Edwards? Did we even have him when Trent Edwards was here?
No, he was gone.
Well, who was the other guy? I mean, Rob Johnson, he was here for a cup of coffee. When the Flutie years were great, the Bledsoe years were great, but dude was doing it after that with a bunch of bums, bro. Like, come on, man. Eric Moulds was legit. Like, he was legit. He was unstoppable, and he could play the double team. Like, dude was unstoppable. Still the best Bills' best wide receiver. Matter of fact, while we're on that subject, just throwing this out there. Hear me out. Hey, probably not this week because we playing Philly and we kind of need this game. But against the Jets, my man Eric Moulds is 5 yards away from 10,000 yards. He's 5 yards away. Put my man in some equipment. Let him get a little bubble screen. Get his 5 yards. Let him get his 10K. Come on, man. Put him up there. let him get his 10K. He's 5 yards away. Josh Allen can give him the ball. Shout out to Emos, man. We miss you, bro.
Emos was a savage.
He was.
If he would have had a better quarterback, consistent quarterback, he would have been better than a Terrell Owens. I wouldn't go say better, but he would have been up there with those guys longer.
He would have been up there.
Man, freak of nature, man. Physical freak of nature, can catch any pass, can run any route, can outrun anybody, can run anybody over.
Yeah.
I mean, what couldn't the guy do?
Dude was everywhere, bro.
I just can't ignore what I saw with Andre Reed. I saw Andre Reed do some amazing things too.
We all did.
Is Andre Reed? Andre Reed's not a receiver that's going to get you 1,500 yards plus like Eric Modes would.
Now, to be fair, go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
But as you said, towards the end of Andre Reed's career, like Eric Moles kind of just took the baton and just ran with it. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, because we're all about fairness, back in those days, in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, there wasn't a lot of receivers going across the middle for obvious reasons. I mean, you had guys, Steve Atwater, and, you had guys out there, Ronnie Lott, crazy safeties that were taking the receivers' heads off. Andre Reed showed no fear, and he always went across the middle. He always came down with it, too. So I got to give credit where credit is due. That was the one guy who was never afraid to go over the middle and catch the ball. Never afraid. Whether if it was a linebacker, Bill Romanowski, or a safety back there ready to take his head off, he would take the ball, catch the ball, and take the hits. So I got to give Andre credit where credit is due.
And that's my thing. Greatest slot receiver of all time.
I
know some people are going to throw out Wes Welker out there, but let's be honest. He ain't number-wise nowhere near Andre Reed. Numbers-wise, nowhere near. He's got the Super Bowls, yes. Okay? He's got the greatest quarterback of all time, too, with him. So, I mean, really? Andre Reed's the best slot receiver of all time, bro. That's pretty easy.
I don't know.
Wait, who would you put ahead of him?
I wouldn't put Wes Welker ahead of him.
Okay,
Wes Welker was good, but best slot receiver?
Slot receiver all time. If you got a slot receiver better than Andre Reed, drop comments down below.
The best slot guy ever, man.
He's definitely the best yak guy ever. Come on, dude.
Not better than Steve Smith. Steve Smith was Mr.
He's way better than Steve.
Dude, Steve Smith was always yards after catch. That was his game. He would catch the ball, throw dudes, and then he was Mr. Yards after catch. What about Larry Fitzgerald? He was Mr. Yards after catch too.
Nah, he wasn't Andre Reed though.
Yeah, but Eric Moles still, in my eyes, is the Bills' best wide receiver. And hopefully with the new stadium, we could put his name up there where it belongs. Just throwing it out there. Because, I mean, I don't know why he's not on the stadium now. You invited him to do the thing before the game. I mean, let's just throw him up there. He kind of deserves it at this point. Right. Sorry. Just a little triggered by that. Anyway, trivia question. We just kind of skipped to this segment. You know what? No, that's the trivia question. Name a better receiver than Eric Moles for the Buffalo Bills ever. Go ahead. I'll wait. That's the trivia question.
Andre Reed, y'all.
That's the trivia question.
Don't none of y'all say Lee Evans either. Please. Don't none of y'all say that. Don't mention nobody from the drop, okay? Please.
Stevie Johnson was that dude.
What? Some people will tell you. Some people will say James Lofton, even though James Lofton he was the all-time leading receiver in 1992.
It was a Hall of Famer.
I don't know if people don't know that. In 1992, I was watching a game. It was Bills versus the 49ers. The no punt
game. Yeah.
And they mentioned it there that he was the all-time leading receiver in 1992. A lot of people forget that about James Lofton, man.
Yeah, he was that guy before he even got here. Like he was good before he even got here. And another slot guy we don't talk about, Sterling Sharp.
Oh yeah, Sterling Sharp was definitely that dude.
Yeah, dude was a legit. We don't talk about him enough.
All right, cuz, let's talk about this before we close the show. We got a big game coming up.
Yes.
Eagles Super Bowl champions. Drop comments below. Let us know. What do you think the Buffalo Bills need to do to get a dub this game? This is going to be an important game. This is a big game. It's a measuring stick game. It's to see where you're at game. It's a game that, you can't play around in the first and second half with. This is a team that'll put you away. So what's your thoughts? You give your thoughts. I'll give mine.
I mean, this, like you said, this is Philly. This is, this is the trailer. This is the trailer to the playoffs. This is two hardcore teams, two big name teams. This is the game everybody's going to watch. Is at 4 p.m. This is this is what do they call it? What do they call the thing before opening night? This is the pre-screening. This is the curtain, the opening curtain to see what we're going to have in the playoffs, because this game is going to be great. It's going to be Philly. It is going to be Buffalo. In Buffalo, it's going to be cold. Jalen Hurts versus Josh Allen. That defense. Our defense versus Saquon Barkley. Yikes.
Especially if we don't have Shaq Thompson back. Oh my goodness. If we don't have Shaq Thompson back, we're in deep doo-doo.
Yeah.
We're in deep doo-doo.
That's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah. I know, and Saquon Barkley is just sitting there, can't wait to get in Buffalo. Can't wait. I already know he can't wait. And hopefully, that's going to be their game plan. They know exactly who they're going up against. They know exactly who they have to keep off of the field to have a chance in this game. Run the ball, play good defense, get us off the field. I think the way to how to get a dub this week, keep them off the field, make those third downs, and no dumb penalties. And I think we can have this game. You want my score?
Go ahead.
My score is going to be 31-24 Bills.
Like that. I think defense is going to be key this game. I think you have to move Dorian Williams to the Mike linebacker. Number one, he needs to be moved to the Mike linebacker in play if Shaq Thompson's not there to play. Okay, if Shaq Thompson is there, keep Shaq Thompson where he is. And you're going to have to be ready to chase Saquon Barkley. This is where a guy like Terrell Bernard and Matt Milano have to come through for you. Yeah. This is who they are. They are speed guys. They're guys that's going to go after tight ends, and there's guys that are going to follow behind running backs. This is what I need them to do. Yeah. Okay, I need them to be focused on Saquon Barkley wherever he is, whether he's running the rock or where he's catching the ball out of the backfield. We have to be all eyes on him. We're going to need central booking that day too.
Yeah.
Because A.J. Brown, still a problem. He's always open. You know what he say? He's always he's the Eric Moulds of today. He is the Eric Moulds of today's NFL.
That's fair.
I think D just mentioned. What's up, D? Shout out to D and his podcast, man, doing a thing. Continuing to do it right after Bills games. Make sure y'all go support and watch my man Daryl's show. Daryl, make sure you drop the podcast below so we can post it as well. Yep. Listen, hopefully the snow is going to be a factor in this game.
It won't.
Philly's used to cold weather too, so let's, it's going to be a battle, man.
I don't want it to snow.
It's going to be a battle. I think Josh Allen has to have a resurrection game, and I think these are the games he wakes up for. These are the game he gets up for. Look at the opponent quarterbacks he's played against when in seeing how he's performed against Burrow, against Lamar Jackson, against Patrick.
Yeah.
He wakes up and he lives. And what's my man name? Roethlisberger.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. Roethlisberger.
Rodgers. Yeah.
He's gotten up for those games. I think this is going to be no different. This is a Super Bowl champion. He's going to be on the big stage. This is an opportunity where he can, take down this guy. We had opportunities to do that last year. We just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, we took it to the limit last year.
We took him to the limit, just couldn't get it done. Great game.
No, we didn't play him last year. We played him a year before.
The year before when we played him, it was a fantastic game.
Yeah,
fantastic game. Yeah. I wish we would have came out on top. This is an opportunity to come out on top now. So, again, Cook got to try to have a big day. It's going to be tough. Those guys on that defensive line are huge.
They are big. They are scary. They spit in people's faces.
They're monsters.
Yeah.
They're big dudes, dude.
This offense, this is going to be a hard-nosed game, bro. You know what? We might not even score 30 points. To be real. This might be a 17-10 game.
But you know what? A lot of the runs that we do are in the trenches. We might have to bounce that outside this game.
Probably.
We're going to have to bounce that outside this game because them dudes, they're not that fast on the edge. They're not that, but they are great in gap control. They are great gap control guys. So if you can beat them to the edge, it could be off to the races. So I think Joe Brady, you got to draw up something a little different, maybe some counter trays than you've been doing all season, because those guys can be unmovable. Those guys can be unmovable, and their linebackers are very solid. So I don't know. I don't know if we go ground and pound game. I don't know. I don't know.
But I think this is a game that our offense is designed for. A lot of run after the catch, a lot of screen passes to the outside, a lot of chase and tackle type of plays, which is our offense is tailored against. This is how you beat Philadelphia. If you were watching the game with the Commanders, Deebo Samuel and Terry McLaurin, they were I call him Terry McLaurin, but yeah, they were running those quick screens, and they were running those short routes and those drag routes, getting them across the middle in open space, and that was killing Philadelphia. That was killing them. So I think that will be the game plan against this team. Keep Saquon Barkley off the field, because I mean he gets hot and he gets rolling. He don't stop. So
Yeah,
should be a great game.
I think the recipe for Buffalo going forward, period, is stopping the run. Doing your best to stop the run. Make teams one-dimensional. It's just so difficult for this team.
Just slow it down.
With the personnel we got, it's just obviously we're gonna need the Winter Soldier. We're gonna need the White Bison, as Daryl calls them. We're gonna need them. We're gonna need to keep penalties down, as Sandra mentioned. Robert also mentioned people got to catch the rock, man. Catch the football.
Yeah.
Dawson Knox, a wide open touchdown, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
You cannot do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Not against Philly, bro. You do that against Philly, you're losing the game. Like that drop was a potential game loss drop.
Yeah.
Game losing drop. Dude.
I mean, to be fair, he just had a baby.
Man,
up all night. We don't
get out of here.
We don't know what happens in his household.
Get out of here, dude. Get out of here with that. Get out of here, man.
Sorry, I tried.
Like, no, man. You make millions of dollars to play football, bro. Please, man.
All right,
dude. Catch the ball.
But y'all get mad at me. Y'all get mad at me when I talk about the kickers, though.
Man.
But I'm the bad guy when I talk about the kickers.
I need more from my defensive line, my defensive ends. I need more from them. I need more. I need to see Hurts under pressure, man. I don't need to see him back there 3 or 4 seconds. I don't.
Yeah. He cannot throw to his left.
Step up.
Force him left. He can't.
Hopefully, we might get a Judon sighting this week. You know, we might get a Judon sighting.
Why do we?
It'd have been nice to get a Slay sighting.
Oh yeah, right. But yeah, I don't want to come to Buffalo. I don't want to go where it's cold. Even though I played in Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia, I don't want to play where it's cold. Just where it's a little bit cold. Like, come on, bro. Ugh. And we just signed Matthew Judon. Like, bro, the coolest thing about you is your sleeves. Like, you know what? He might help us win. Welcome to Buffalo, Matt. Welcome to Buffalo.
You know what? We can't
wear your red sleeves.
We can't have too many guys going after him. Oh, and this one, I like this one. Darnell Savage. I'm interested to see him get out there. He's been getting some work on the practice squad. We'll see if he's ready. Jordan Poyer's been stepping it up though now. Jordan Poyer's been stepping it up. You know, he's getting into mid-season form. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Jordan Poyer, because it's a wrap for Taylor Rapp. It's a wrap. I don't want to see him on the field ever again. I don't want to see him on anything but special teams ever again. Yeah. Like, ever again.
It was bad.
Like, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, please.
I'm just worried that Jordan Poyer gonna try to make a tackle, and that's gonna be the last tackle he makes.
You know,
I mean, because he is reckless, man. Dude comes up and he lays the lumber. Bro, you got Saquon Barkley coming at you, man. He is young, he is big, he is fast, bro. And man, try to take his leg. Don't even try to take his legs out, because he'll jump over you backwards. Remember that? So I don't know what you're gonna do, man. We'll see what happens.
It's a challenge that it's probably the last challenge of the season for the Buffalo Bills, and it's a way to gain confidence going into the postseason and to really set this team up to really have that focus locked in. Whether we get the number one seed or not, we need to be locked in, and we need to start gearing into every game. Josh Allen said, every game from this point on is a playoff game.
Yeah.
Philly's fighting for their lives in the NFC. The NFC is no joke, man. The NFC is no joke.
Thank God they in the East.
Yeah.
Because if they was in any other division, they probably wouldn't be they might be a playoff team. But man,
yeah.
This is the pre-show. This is the pre-show, man. This is the curtain call, man. We need to see what happens. It's definitely a measure stick game. I love this game. I love that it's at 4:00. I love that the lights are going to be on. I love that it's in Buffalo, and I love that Philly fans are going to make that drive. And it's going to be. It should be fun. It's going to be a fun game.
D said this is Super Bowl preview. I don't know, man. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the Rams, man. They look scary.
They lost.
Well, the Rams, I'm talking about the season. They look great, dude. And you already know Nakua is just crazy.
I know,
but nuts.
But with the Rams, see, the thing is though, with the Rams, bro, you go score. You can't go score for score with the Bills. You don't want to turn it into a shootout. You've seen what just happened with them with the Seahawks. The Seahawks turned it into a shootout. Nobody played defense. And they won on a 2-point conversion in OT. That was one of the greatest games I ever watched. I think we can match up against the Rams. Only team I'm scared about is the Bears. I hate saying that because they've been terrible for so long.
They're so well coached.
They are well coached, and they do believe. Not care. Yes, they don't care.
They believe in that coach. Oh man,
yes, they go in. They go in. They say we're not gonna go field goal. We're gonna go for the end zone. Let's go for the win. They go for the throat. That's a scary team right there. They're young, they are hungry, and they are scary. They go for the throat. That's the only team I'm worried about. They will be up for the challenge.
I want you to, before we close the show, everybody that's in the chat, find one game this season where we played 4 quarters of football, Buffalo Bills football.
Baltimore.
That scares me.
Baltimore.
We didn't play 4 quarters of Bills football in Baltimore. No, we did not.
They didn't play 4 quarters.
We didn't play 4 quarters of Buffalo Bills football.
I mean, we were in the game.
If you've watched every game this season, post in the chat one game where the Buffalo Bills played 4 quarters of football. Okay, I'm not talking about those comeback games.
It really wasn't we were in the game. We were in the game. We just
I want to
didn't play well in the third.
I want to hear what the chat got to say about us playing 4 quarters of Buffalo Bill football. I'm trying to think of a game now.
Pittsburgh beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is. Yep, that was pretty good.
Tampa Bay played 4 quarters that game.
Oh, that was a battle, wasn't it?
That was.
No, we struggled in the first half.
But it was a battle. But we scored early. We scored early too. Jets didn't have to really play 4 quarters. The first Miami game was a 4-quarter game. We played all 4 quarters in that one. That Thursday nighter, that was a 4-quarter game. Terrell Bernard with the big pick in the 4th quarter.
I'm gonna give you. I'm not even gonna give you the Pittsburgh game. We didn't score in the first half. We second half game. That was a second half game.
But we were beating the crap out of them though.
No, we wasn't.
We didn't?
No, I think it was like 10-7 and end of the first half. It wasn't a beat the crap. We just haven't played 4-quarter football. Now, the closest thing you might say is the Buccaneers game because we scored so many points.
Yeah.
That was a shootout, though. That was a shootout.
That was a great game.
That was a shootout. And it turned out to be more of a second half shootout than anything. So, again, you name me a game where these team has played 4 quarters of football. We got to get it together. And Sean McDermott, I hope you're watching. Please get your team to play 4 quarters of NFL Buffalo Bill football. Please. Figure it out. If you see those guys walking in the locker room, halftime, just laughing and joking and playing around and not locked in, you better keep your guys going, man.
I mean, to be fair though, it's nice to know that they're never out of a game. I mean, that is nice to know. That is nice to know that they're never out of a game. Because every game, besides maybe, and I wouldn't even say the Houston game because they were in that game, they just lost. I would say the only game they were really out of it, where they were just out of sync and they were just terrible, was the Falcons game. They were terrible in that game.
Mm-hmm.
That was a bad game, and they were playing decent. They were not in sync.
Yeah, that's something that's coaching. That's something that's preparation, not being prepared for your opponent, having to get beat down before you realize what an opponent is doing to you. I think most teams play the Bills like they play everybody else, but I do think they get up to play the Bills.
Definitely.
When you hear Josh Allen's name, you hear Sean McDermott and the wins that they've had, success they've had, it's like, okay, we got to get up to play the Bills.
Yeah. Philly knows who they playing, and we know who we playing. We know exactly who's coming to Buffalo next week. We know the world champs. World champs. They are the fighting city of Philadelphia. And they're going to come with their all white jerseys. We're going to come out with our blue jerseys on. I want us to wear the red. I think the red looks cool. We haven't wore it all year. We should wear the red jerseys. Just throwing it out there. I think so. Haven't wore it.
Yeah, but, Red Rush.
I think so. Haven't done it all year. Next week is the red helmets. So why not throw the color rush out there?
Yeah, I would have loved that. All right, thank you guys for being with us. Shout out to all our regulars that's with us every week. Please tell a friend about Buffalo Against the World, to subscribe to all of our platforms on YouTube. We would like to do more. We want to do more. So if you're interested in joining our team, hit us up, hit myself, hit Cuzin Brad up, and we'll give you some opportunities, man. We can't do this by ourselves. So please, if you would love to work with us, man, we would love to have you on the show doing some different things. So reach out to us, buffaloagainsttheworld@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you're watching from, okay? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is Kulu Cuzin Brad. Hopefully we're talking about a Victory Monday next week. Sandra, you said it. Let's go Buffalo. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's beat Philly.
This has been fun. Let's beat Philly. And let's get ourselves prepared for the playoffs. This is Buffalo Against the World. Kulu and Cuzin Brad. We out.
This is Buffalo Against the World Sports Talk with Kulu and
Cuzin Brad.
Bills Mafia. It's our time.
Act like you know, baby.
Act like you know.
Against the world. Let's get it.
Against the world, baby. Let's go. High, big BSS, man. Buffalo against the world, man. Take on anybody. It's against the world. Buffalo against the world. Buffalo against the world, man. Buffalo against the world. I know what's going on, man. We out here. We outside, man. We outside.
Buffalo against the world.
The mafia, the fan base that adopt you. On Sundays we are not cool, any other days we're robbing. Heaven sent, we're handling.